So now you can connect an iPad or a phone directly to your Xbox console, either on your home network or anywhere else outside of the home, and you can remote access all your games and play games like GTA, Call of Duty from anywhere in the country remotely. This is absolutely brilliant, and I'm going to show you how to do this right now. Okay, so let's get this app. So open up the App Store, type in Xbox, and you want the Xbox app. You don't need any third-party ones to rip you off. You just want the official Xbox app, which is completely free. So download, install that, and once you've got that, open it up. The app will then load, and then you need to sign in to your same credentials as what you would sign in on the Xbox console. It's going to ask you to sign in with your username and password, so put that in. Once you've entered that, sign into it, and then it will then load back up. It'll then bring up your gamer tag. If it's the same one, you can then click on that button in the middle there saying let's play. Okay, so then you want to click next. It will then ask you if you want to add any friends or link accounts. You can just click nope. Then ask if you want to set up a new console. If it's not a fresh brand new console, click nope again. Okay, so that's it. Simple as that. Done. So the actual app now is signed in to your normal username, is what you would use on your Xbox console, and it will then show you the games as what you've got on your account. So any games that you've got installed. So the final step is linking the console and the app together. So click on the top right hand corner, this pop-up will come up, and you want to click on set up a console. Once you've clicked on that, click add existing console. It'll then say you need to turn on the remote features on the console. Click next. You should then see your gamer tag. If that's correct, then move over to the console, keeping the app on. So the last step to do is activate it on the actual console, then you won't have to do it again. So move over to your settings, devices and connections, remote features, and then from here you have to activate the bit on the bottom left hand corner which says enable remote features. So mine's ticked because I've already done this, so I'll just untick it and then show you what happens. So when you tick that, it'll say testing your setup. This just checks the Wi-Fi connection, make sure it's strong enough to make sure it's actually active and there's no problems with your connection. If there are any problems, then it will give you some advice and help to sort out the issue. So it says here, you're ready to go. It's all ticked there. There's one bit there saying because I'm connected via wireless, but everything else is ticked. Bluetooth control is ticked. Now, when I first activated this, my controller said it needed a firmware update. So if yours gets this as well, when you get that where it says controller in the middle, it'll say firmware update required, and then it'll update it automatically for you. So once you've seen that that's all green and everything, you just click next. You're all ready to go. Your console's ready. You've already set it up on the app, so you can close that out. Okay, so you'll now see that enable remote features, that's ticked, and on the right hand side here you want to have power mode to be instant on. So that's all you need to do on the actual Xbox, so then you can turn your Xbox on remotely from wherever you are. Okay, so that's all you need to do. So you can then keep your Xbox on, and then we'll move back over now to the iPad or the iPhone, whichever you're doing it on. I'm going to demonstrate it on the iPad. Okay, so now back on the iPad itself. So now you'll notice when you press this button in the top corner, remote play on this device. If you click on that, you'll then it'll just load. You'll get this screen. That's just while it's connecting to your actual Xbox console. So once that loads, you'll then see this pop up saying you need to connect a controller. So this is when you need to get your Xbox controller. This is really easy. You click your Bluetooth settings, and then on Bluetooth, you need to hold down this button here until your controller flashes, and once that flashes, it'll then click on other devices. The quickest way of doing it is to turn that off and turn it back on, but this is pretty fast. So click that Xbox wireless controller. That's shown now as connected. That's not flashing anymore, so it's a steady white light. You can just click on the top corner and it should work straight away. So we're now actually on the iPad, and it's giving the same mirrored image as what it's showing on the TV. So we're still in them settings that's from before. So if I click the back button, it's now showing my home screen. We'll just move this around and you can see it's just mirroring what's actually on the TV. So we can turn that TV off now, and then the same image will continue to be displayed on the iPad. I've found that so far there's hardly any lag whatsoever. It's really responsive. So we'll just load a game up and I'll give you a quick idea and show you how it works. So I'm going to demonstrate this by playing Call of Duty. So this is obviously quite an intense game bandwidth wise, so it's going to give you a good demonstration of the lag and if there's any latency at all. Then once we give you a quick demo of this, I'm then going to turn the Wi-Fi off on the iPad to simulate that I'm on a 3G or a 4G connection. Okay, so we're now in the game, so I'll just show you. So this is really responsive. At the moment, there is no lag whatsoever. I think it's really good. I mean, I did try it on the PlayStation before because I know they do it, but there seems to be a lot of lag on the PlayStation app, so this is really good. Enough of seeing how bad I am at this game. Let's just show you now by turning the Wi-Fi off. So I'm now going to turn the Wi-Fi off, and you'll see now it's saying trying to connect. It automatically tries to get back on to the server. So if you just give it a minute, we'll see what it does. It's now on a 4G connection. If it doesn't reconnect automatically, just do the same steps as what I showed you before of how to do it. So I've left it there probably 10 seconds and we're now back online. So again, it's responsive, but I wonder how responsive it is. Is it going to be lag now? So fairest way to do it is to let's load back up Call of Duty and we'll see what it's like now playing on a 4G connection. Alright, so far so good. We're now on 4G. It's loading up Call of Duty. Seems to be working so far. It's let me into the game. I am seeing in this corner here, it's giving me a bit of a pop-up saying about the network connection, but let's just see what it is like. Hopefully this is decent. So this is now the iPad on 4G connecting to my Xbox, which is on my home wireless network. So this iPad now could be anywhere whatsoever as long as I can get a signal. So let's see what it's like. So this is playing it in real time on 4G. Let's see what it's like. So there is a little bit more latency definitely and lag playing it this way. But I mean, it is still playable. It's definitely playable, but you can definitely tell there's a little bit of stuttering going on, especially on this game. If you was playing a game that's not as intense as this, you'd probably be fine. But I would say there is a little bit of lag. If we just shoot this, I'll show you. So it slightly, but in a game like this, you're going to want the best connection possible. But I've only got 2 bars of 4G, so if you're in a better area of connection-wise, you're probably absolutely fine. But yeah, I'm impressed with this. This is good. Let's leave that. So that's demonstrating now that you can play on the Xbox remote app on your Wi-Fi. You could go anywhere in your house and play this, or you could take your iPad and controller with you. I mean, you could go to work and you could, in your break or something from work, you could then use your iPad and your controller to remote access your Xbox back home and play your games. That is just mental. Absolutely brilliant. But yeah, this is really good. Now I know PlayStation have had this for a while, but it doesn't say it was good. There was a lot of issues with it. It lagged and everything. This seems to be spot on. This is really good. So I hope you found that useful and go and have some fun with this. See you next time.